What's up, Hungry Ones? Here from Retro GameCon, I am Johnny. I have with me Paul Weinstein, aka Chipocrite. He's the composer for Cleaversoft. He brought with us a playable version of Earth Knight. I've been trying to get my hands on this for a little while, so I'm super excited. So let's get right down to it.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna load up. This build we basically just made it yesterday. We're getting ready for PlayStation Expo, PlayStation Experience, I guess is what they call it, in Anaheim in 2 weeks. So we're like really kind of crunching to make this one good. So we're close. There are some sloppy things here, but this is the game as it is right now. What I've actually loaded up here is the game as if you've never played it before in your life, which I believe you haven't.
No, I have not.
So let's say you know, it's out. Hooray, congratulations us. And you bought it, you've opened it for the first time, this is what you have. There's nothing unlocked. None of the scraps that you'll be picking up have been picked up yet. Actually, maybe some of them. No, none of them have. None of the items are unlocked or anything. And basically, this was a decision we made in the past year or so. It used to be that just like all these pickups and everything you could do would just be there. But we kind of decided that maybe it would be more fun if like there was this like unlocking experience and expanding the game a little bit. So what I've found is after years of playing it the other way, it just like the first, I don't know, however long it takes you to get everything, first few months of playing the game, maybe even first few weeks at least, are gonna be like a totally different experience. And then you've got everything unlocked and then you're playing the game to its full potential, I guess. But so this one has nothing unlocked. Later on in the interview, if you want, we can throw the save data in there where everything is unlocked.
Sounds good.
Joystick is already being finicky. Maybe? Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep this as still as possible. Yeah, because I know every so often once the USB cords go on it, it's a little wonky.
It's probably like a crappy third-party terrible one. So the story of Earth Knight, I guess I should talk about the game. I'm talking about unlocking things and everything, but nobody even knows anything about the game. There's been a dragon apocalypse, terrible dragon apocalypse. The humans have been exiled basically to the topmost level of the atmosphere. They can't live on Earth anymore. These two characters, that's Sydney on the left and Stanley on the right, they're just like fed up with it. They're living in these spaceships, which is where humans are sort of forced to live now. These dragons have taken over and they're fed up with it. They're deciding to just sort of jump back down, skydiving, landing on the backs of dragons, killing them along the way, and just trying to get back down to Earth. So that's the story. In terms of like, you know, the two characters are essentially, there's one main difference. Sydney has like a built-in double jump. We usually say that she's like the more advanced character. So if it's your first time playing, you might want to start with Stanley.
Okay.
She's got a built-in double jump. We can show you that later. But Stanley is sort of just like, it's almost just like one button control. You can choose and push X. You'll see here. X makes him jump. The longer you hold it, the higher he'll jump. Oh. And anchor. So the game is essentially like a runner game, but it's not like, you know, infinite runner. All you have to do is jump. He'll be running by himself, and that's pretty much, he runs automatically. That's like the extent to which it's a runner. Other than that, you have a lot more control than you think. X makes him jump. Down is probably the most important thing to push. Down is anchor. It brings him down. You can sort of aim him. Nice. You got one of those eggs. I'll tell you what that egg is.
That is an enemy.
Yes. So that's a big part of the game too, is like figuring out what's good and what's bad. We do know that it's kind of difficult, but you'll figure it out. There's all these scraps to pick up, there's all these enemies to kill, and then there's other things on the dragons to pick up. Again, I'll tell you a little bit more about that. You can control his speed, like left and right. Again, he runs automatically, but left and right will control how, you know, fast he's going. You can aim him. I think people kind of take for granted how much control you have over where you want him to land.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So if you usually I kind of just let people play and see what they can figure out. Sort of letting you do that to some extent. There's also if you combo, you already did it a little bit. If you kind of bounce on a lot of enemies, I think beyond 5, you start to get some health back. So that's how to get health back. Comboing is important. And I can just, I guess, just for a little bit more background on the game, we've been working on it for like 5.5 years now or so. I started out really as just the composer, but the team is like 7 of us, 5, 7, something like that. We started working on the game like full time about a year ago, and after that happened, I've been spending more time with it. I've been doing a little bit of level design and testing and so forth. So this is where you got to the dragon head and you're killing it. You got the right idea. You do want to let his arm like charge up a little bit. Yeah, you got it. Dragon kill, first time.
Gotcha.
This sequence of killing a dragon is probably something we're going to. We're still making it better. That's I think the number one thing in the game that needs improvement.
Oh my god, the hand painted look at that is spectacular.
So yeah, this is the skydiving part. We call it like it's almost like a living level select. Some people think you're supposed to like avoid the dragons, which you can do if you want. But personally, when I play, I like to just get on as many as I can and just kill as many as I can. So you can sort of dive down, take your time, pick the one you want to get to next. They are different in sort of abstract ways that I can't really get into, but the more you play it, the more you sort of start to realize you might want to skip that one, you might want to go for that one, and so forth. All of these things that are like, blocked out right now, they look like they're little things in clouds. Those are items that you can unlock, that you can pick up if you had already unlocked them.
Gotcha.
Oh, Ron got you. Push X and then spit you out.
Oh, that doesn't do any damage though, right?
No.
Okay, so that's not to throw comparisons. That's like the barrels in Donkey Kong.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, for now it always says that was pathetic.
Okay.
But okay. So you did your first run, but you did kill a dragon, so that's good. You'll see here when we get back to the main menu. First time you kill a dragon, there's this thing over here on the right that maybe you didn't notice. It'll pull you in automatically.
Okay.
It's the appraiser. He's not fully painted yet, obviously. Dr. Dave, the appraiser.
First time we get a rundown. As you bring in, I might be able to. Okay. Oh, so this is you trade in some of the scraps and everything that you've been finding out there.
Yeah, eventually we're going to be doing that. For now, it just keeps track of everything that you have. And he's gonna, you'll see, he'll unlock what you just got.
I love the tiny computer people like radio version in the background.
That's what it is. I think we're gonna have him listening to a little radio. It'll be like on the desk with him. So that's the dragon tooth you got when you killed that dragon.
Okay, yeah.
Now he's gonna tell you like what weapon you unlocked for getting the tooth. Oh, this is only the first time. He gives you this like big long rundown of
Gotcha.
talking, blah blah. Anything you lock in here will become out there. So like when you play your next run, the thing that you're about to unlock, the sword,
okay,
is out there now. And anything that you saw before that was that sword kind of like photoshopped out,
kind of grayed out,
is now accessible. It's called the light energy sword, which basically, again, this is the kind of thing that people have to figure out because we don't really say exactly what it is, but it kills certain darker colored enemies and you'll just kind of like slice through them automatically. So if you go back out there and play again, blah blah blah, light energy swords, he talks a lot. Alright, so Stanley's the only one that uses that sword.
Okay.
You can poke around in here if you want, or you can just go out.
Yeah. So we'll dive right back into it.
I would be him again just for now, so you can see that sword, because you'll pick them up, and you'll see how it sort of works. And then you can give Sydney a run, because she is awesome. She's like, I was kind of intimidated by her at first. I was really bad at this game for years, and now that I'm like testing it a lot, I'm like, good. So I can get good. I'm not really that good of a gamer. Sometimes I am. But I got good at this game, so anybody can get good. But it certainly helps if you're a developer. Okay, so you got one of those eggs. Did I mention that? I don't know if I mentioned that. There's 3 eggs on the back of each dragon hidden, and they make it easier to kill the dragon at the end. So those are the swords. So now you have that sword. If you kind of jump up there, you'll like sort of automatically slice through some of those guys.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you got it. Oh, you stomped them, but that's okay. You'll see it eventually. Not every enemy though. That's the thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The thing that I was gonna say. So there's those hidden dragon eggs. The dragons are basically like procedurally generated. So this one is different than the last time you played it. There's three. The way we have it structured, there's like 3 chunks to each dragon, and each chunk has like it's a beginning, a middle, and an end. Each has like 15 different variations.
I thought I had that.
And so each time you play it, you might have a different one of those 15 variations for each chunk. So there's like some gigantic, obnoxious number of how many different seeds there can make for the game.
Yep. Yeah, it feels exactly like I was expecting it to, kind of feel like in terms of like where hitboxes are and things like that. From developer standpoint.
Nice second egg. Yeah, there are. Again, everything is just like requires getting a feel for it, and just like learning. We're hoping that it's not just because we know what we're doing that we have it all figured out. We hope. If
you've ever watched our show, it's I like to say that I'm good at video games while I constantly just unintentionally fall off cliffs, etc.
Right. Yeah.
So it's we're not missing a whole lot there.
If you keep like attacking it here, too late.
Oh.
You get like it sort of helps your multiplier. Okay, so back to skydiving.
Yep.
That's just sort of an AI Sydney.
Okay.
We put that in just for fun.
No, it's a nice aesthetic. I like that.
Yeah.
There we go. And on we go. So the one thing I really wasn't expecting is the way that this looks matching up with a chiptune soundtrack is... I wasn't expecting it to work as well as it does.
Thank you. I have to admit the same thing. Actually, for the first really long time when we were working on it, I was just like, oh, here, look, if you jump it, you'll get... Sorry for a tangent here. If you get up to those guys there, you'll just, like, slice through all of them. Like, yeah.
Oh, that is handy.
Yes. But you have it only for a limited amount of time, so it's about to run out. Anyway, yeah, for a really long time before we started showing the game publicly, I was like, I don't know if this like lo-fi music works with this incredibly hi-fi art. I was very like self-conscious about it, but I don't know. We've like shown it. I've gotten past that, I think, and we've shown it at enough conventions and such that people have given me like really good feedback. I feel like what we usually say is like it has a nostalgia value in the way the game is played, not necessarily the way it looks, but like the thought behind it of like this kind of game that you're used to and stuff. Having this kind of soundtrack actually does make sense in that respect, I guess.
No, I can sort of pick it on the background. It's just the chiptune soundtrack, right? There's not the like on the from Wordplay where you have...
No. Sometimes it randomizes. Sometimes it plays the one with the full band for this song. So sometimes it does. I think this one is just chiptune right now. There are, as of right now, this is the only song that has like the full band version, but we're gonna do more for the later songs, later levels. If you get this one, you'll unlock another item. Yeah.
Yes.
And each dragon is a different item to unlock. It's not just like chronological. So I don't even know which item you just got. We'll find out when we go back to the store.
Sounds good. Now, is each colored dragon like a like different difficulty or?
Sort of. There's like different. It's like sort of hard. It's kind of abstract. Like the one you just did. Because you had the light energy sword and there were all those enemies you could slice through, that's a good dragon to take if you need to get health back. Like
I noticed that. That put me right back to a comfortable margin.
Exactly, you were comboing like crazy, which is awesome. So if you're like low on energy, you might want to take that one. This one, I don't remember which one it is. I sort of take for granted which one is which at this point. This is the full band version.
Yeah, because I hear the, oh wow, okay.
Ooh, just got you.
Yeah, same. I keep misreading where the hit, I missed the egg, son of a gun.
Yeah, the hitboxes take some getting used to. And there's probably room to...
Yeah, I'm sure that this is, I understand, a small team of, you said, 7 people?
So you can go back in the store, let's see what you unlocked. It kind of, it doesn't take you in there automatically anymore.
Okay.
But when that light flashes, it indicates that you got a new
That's the new item.
Yeah.
Another piece of dragon, you say?
Yeah. This is one of the things that I'm in charge of now. Also, is the system that we use for the dialogue, which is this weird thing called ink. And there's all these like text files that you can edit and stuff. And like I'm not writing all the dialogue. I read some of it, but I'm sort of putting it in and managing it and everything, making sure it all matches up. Okay, good. So you got that other tooth. It's a dragon.
And then one more thing for our thing box.
Oh, it's the bread. Okay, so that is basically Sydney's version of the light energy sword. She doesn't use the sword. She just, you'll see. I don't want to give too much away.
Gotcha.
So she has like there you go, you basically just said it. She has like a dragon spirit inside her.
Oh, okay.
And when she uses the bread, it gives her, you can see like this aura around her. Why don't you try one run as her?
Yep. Sounds good.
And then maybe I'll load in all the items and you can try it with everything. So she's got this double jump, and depending on where you do the second part of the jump depending on when you do the second jump in the arc of her jump it changes the behavior. So if it's at the beginning part of it, you do like a dash forward. If it's at the top, it's like a traditional double jump, and if it's at the end, it's like a downward dash. Takes me getting used to.
That's super cool.
She has a trail behind her that changes color for each point too, so you can sort of.
That's I was gonna ask you. It's something you actually have to learn, like kind of that diagram itself, or is there like a visual cue?
You get a feel for it though. I honestly, I don't think I realized the thing about the trail for the first long time I was using it. So I have a feel for it now, but the trail definitely helps.
Nope, I missed the bread.
Yeah, so there you're getting up there. There's that.
And then there's that.
Dash
That's.
Yeah. And if you do that dash while she has the bread, like now, yeah. So that's her dragon aura that's around her.
Okay.
So she doesn't do the sword automatically. You have to be dashing like that. But again, you get the feel for it. It's just a little bit more advanced. But like so much more you can do with her. Like she can fit into all these little places and easier to get up to like crazy places with her.
Nope. Oh, I just realized I was out of the bread.
Yeah. It's a little bit easier when you can hear it a little bit better. There's like a sound effect when it's counting down to running out.
Also, she can kind of like dive kick a little bit faster too. It looks like, or it feels like.
She just feels like faster in general.
That's just me misrepresenting the hitbox in my own head.
It's hard until you get the hang of it.
Yeah, this is a little bit more advanced than I think I was giving it credit for. I'm like, I'll be able to handle this, and as you can tell, I've done incredibly well.
Well, you made it. You made it through to the end. A lot of people don't even make it to the end in the first dragon. Oh, so she's the same thing. You want to let the flames build up a little bit, and then like when they're at their height,
Okay, I see.
Yeah. I think you're gonna get it. Oh no, it ran out of time.
Oh, okay.
It was really close though. You can tell a little bit better when the music is synced up better. We're a little out of sync because of recording the video.
Yeah, I was gonna say behind the music here, I'm capturing on this on the old Elgato, so we have about a 15 to 1600 millisecond delay between. I thought that I grabbed that one. I got this one. There we go.
So that song that plays while you're fighting the dragon kind of is like the timer. So if you know the song, you can tell how much time you have left to kill it. And I thought you were going to do it, but you ran out just at the last second.
Now, and that's still like right in the same kind of theme and variation of Tiny Computer People, right? I heard that right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It is.
Oh. I tried to dive under that.
She's hard. All right. We'll exit out. We'll load in the save file that has like everything. Get this save data out of here. And we'll put in a good one.
Now, from a composer or a chiptune artist standpoint, now was this always sort of the end game for you, or was this kind of random almost?
I don't think at first it was. I think at first I was kind of like, I just want to make music with Game Boys. That'll be fun, you know.
Yeah.
But like ultimately, I don't know. As soon as people were like, "Yo, I want your music in my game," I was like, "That makes sense." As soon as people started asking me for music in their games and stuff, it became more of, you know, like playing shows and stuff is great, and I like traveling for shows and stuff, and I like being on stage, but I don't know if it's like realistic to think that that's, you know, paying the bills, the future or whatever. Doing stuff for games, there's possibly a future for this, so we'll see. So there's some swords. I'll try to let you know when you get some other items. I don't know. I think maybe subconsciously I always wanted to do. I probably felt like I never had it in me. Like I didn't know. Oh, here's a loot.
Oh.
Okay, so you got speed juice. You got a whole bunch of items just now. Speed juice, double jump boots, parachute. You have like a double jump now. Yeah, but only until they run out, and you have that parachute. Typically, it would take you killing, 16 dragons to get all this stuff. But all right, you're almost out of most of the stuff. That's on the sword.
The sword.
It becomes a totally different game once everything is unlocked.
Yeah, no, I'm noticing that a lot. Like it's
a little easier to like explore up top. There's so much going on. I wish I could show you like the level editor and show you this thing like zooms out, that magnifying glass you got.
Oh, that is key right now.
I wish I could zoom out even more though and show you just like there's so much stuff going on everywhere. There's an egg, nice.
And then speeding into the kill.
Again.
Did it not?
Didn't take. No.
It did not. Son of a gun.
Very close.
It does make it a lot different of a game once you have.
Yeah.
Oh, that threw me off.
And also, like, presumably, once you've unlocked everything on your own, like, you're pretty good at the game. So, like, because it's not easy to do. You can just you'll have all these items and you'll just be like so excited to just kind of like use them and find.
Yeah, it's a lot like the pattern of most roguelike games like that. Like the first 2 or 3 times you play, you have the stats of a cheerleader.
Right. Yeah.
Why did I jump there? I'm good at video games.
All the art. I should have said this before when you were talking about the art a little bit. Hand painted by this one guy. His name is Paul Davey. His handle is Matahan. Basically, our lead developer, my friend Rich, I don't know. He found Paul's art online. I think he's really well known for his desktop themes and icon packs and stuff. And he does these incredible paintings in this style, and he just paints it all by hand. He uses a tablet, but. I think he does do real paint as well, but everything here obviously is, digital. But Rich just loved his art and was just I want to work with you and bring this to life. And we just, I don't know, Paul comes up with this crazy stuff. Oh, you got the pixel juice. You'll see what that does.
Whoa. All right.
The thing about the pixel juice is it automatically bumps you up to a 20 multiplier.
Oh.
So you can get some health back, but it's really quick. I think it's only 5 seconds unless you get a whole bunch of them.
I'm not doing it. I got lost. I'm I don't want to fly into the cloud of gnats. I don't have the sword item.
Yeah. If you can get on top of them though, you can bounce on them.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, and I was can I squeeze in? But nope.
So yeah, in some ways having all the items is a little bit more difficult, but again, after you've really unlocked them, you're going to be better at the game, So here, you want me to let me take a run?
Yeah. Why don't you go through? Yeah, run through this and.
I'll take a Sydney run and I'll show you some crazy stuff.
That sounds great.
I was showing Dan Wilcannon, who's also here this weekend. I was showing him earlier today, and I was just he played and he enjoyed it, and then I was just he was are you really good? And I was well, I play it a lot, so I guess. But I'm having controller trouble. And then he was oh, so this is how you really play the game.
Yeah.
But I have the benefit of
having to work on this pretty much every day. And
yeah. Hopefully the controller doesn't crap out on me.
Just gotta keep it as still as possible.
Try to show some secret things, because there are secrets. There are things like hidden. Aside from just those eggs, there's other things on like every dragon.
Wow, I suddenly feel incredibly inadequate.
Oh no, that thing up there, that guy's holding. I missed it, but that's a big secret thing. But for now, it's just like
the classic Tony Hawk's Pro Skater Start Down X kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or as I've been playing on the channel in my spare time, Cuphead, I've figured out how fast I can hit Start Down X really, really quick.
Is that how you restart in that game? Oh, nice. I haven't played that game as much as I would like to. I've watched people play it, and I played it a little bit myself. It is awesome.
It is fantastic. It is maddening if you're not used to any kind of thing like that. Like, I mean, me personally, like
that time I got it. I'm not gonna say what that is, but I'm going to keep this in the video, and people will figure it out on their own when they get the game. But that is an important part of the game. That thing that
it's adding a wonderful depth to the music. It sounds like
it adds another like melody. I'm gonna leave that a mystery. Someday maybe someone will watch this video and be like, oh my god, that was the first public showing of that thing in the game.
And then obviously it's still in development, and it's it's been for a while. But are you guys anywhere close to a release build yet?
Not in terms of like everything is obviously playable, and most of the basic ideas that we want are in there.
Whoa!
Yeah, when you're at a certain angle, you can sort of just slide down and crash into guys. I would say like a release date, we pretty much have to get it done for various reasons, not the least of which being our like sanity, by like the middle of 2018. So again, we've been saying for a while, early next year, early whatever. Hopefully we get it. I mean, we need to get this game done. We all are very excited to just get it done. I'm gonna try and skip down, avoid these dragons, and just go down to World 2 so we can get like, oh no, I'm gonna catch one. Oh no, good. I'm just diving down, skipping. I mean, you could do this if you want. We imagine that there will be like speedrunners, speedrunning people who want to just like hold them. I think ultimately you could probably get through the whole game only playing like 3 or 4 dragons.
I saw in an early trailer this was heavily influenced by one of your favorite games, Spelunky.
Yes, definitely. I think that the procedural generation of the levels being different every time, definitely. I don't think that there's any other influence. I think Spelunky is the thing. We were just like, we want to be like that game where you can like play, even after you beat this game, you could just like start over and it'll be like a totally different experience. That's why I love Spelunky still. I still play that game. I can't wait. He announced Spelunky 2 a couple of weeks ago. I can't wait.
Did he really?
Yes.
Oh, I missed that.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. It might be like a while, but yeah, I don't think that there's a game release that I'm more excited about.
Yeah, because one of the roguelikes that sort of filled my my love of the platform, like roguelike platformers, was 20XX finally got released as a full. It was on early release for, the longest time. Mm-hmm. And it's basically like a roguelike Mega Man X.
Oh, right. I do know about that. What's it called again?
20XX.
Cool.
It's super tight. It's got like the same kind of like, procedural, like when, you unlock a certain amount, you can unlock different power-ups through each run. Mm-hmm. Before you jump in, you can like pick new power-ups and everything that you unlock through the course of just playing through the game.
But it's like, It's like a roguelike Mega Man kind of?
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Yeah.
It's perfect for me. Like, a lot of times when I'm sitting here editing the show, I have to put the episodes together and things like that, I'm constantly just like, all right, I want a game for myself, but I only get like 15, 20 minutes before I'm like, all right, I gotta sit down and do this, because, just this like 25, 30 minute thing is gonna take me, a solid 2 hours. You get what you put into it.
Yeah, definitely. So we're transitioning to World 2. This is actually a little buggy. You can maybe edit this or just show us.
Yeah.
But here's World 2. Controller. There we go.
Nice.
You'll see different songs, different dragons, different enemies, and so forth.
Differently, like the cloud effects.
Yeah. This song, I did play this one today.
Now, I trust that the soundtrack will also release with this game.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Because I know there's obviously I recognize Tiny Computer People in the first episode. Holy crow.
First level.
First level.
It's called Little Computer People?
I did screw the name up. Son of a...
It's okay. I wasn't sure the best way to point it out. It's okay.
Just call me on it. It's okay.
I don't really care. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. Someday maybe it'll be a household name song. But anyway, I died. Mostly because of the controller. I'm gonna blame the controller.
That's fine. I watched the lights flicker on that. So,
but I did want to show you World 2. So anyway, that is this build actually has 4 worlds. World 4 is only 10% done, but
Gotcha.
Worlds 1, 2, and 3 are pretty much done. And then World 4 has completely different enemies. World 4 is insane. I'm doing a lot of level design for World 4 right now, and it's really fun because it's really different.
Cool.
Yeah. That's where we are right now.
That's awesome. Well, I certainly appreciate the time you bring this up with you.
Sure.
Yeah. You guys are in Philadelphia. We're up here in upstate New York.
Yeah.
I almost called this Rochester, but we're not because I had to wake up early and drive here this morning, just like you did.
Yeah. No, I was here last night.
Oh, you were here last night?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's not a bad drive. I was surprised. It only took me 4 hours.
Yeah, it's
not nothing.
For you, it's straight up 81, I think, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Here we go, talking geography. So you guys are shooting for mid 2018 for this one. Obviously, because that'll get you through another some of the important conventions that are coming up. I know that. I know you guys are going to be at PlayStation Experience in 2 weeks, probably from the probably the week that this ends up airing, depending on how long it takes me to get this out. Plus, are you guys going to be showing it PAX Unplugged?
PAX Unplugged, I think, is actually right now.
Oh, that is this weekend. That's right.
But I also think that PAX Unplugged is mostly just tabletop games and stuff, which I think is why the unplugged part.
Oh, okay.
I think it's all. I don't know.
I saw there was a thing about tournaments or something like that, so I think they might be just doing a few things to attach it to be okay, it's still a PAX event to try to bring in some people that aren't necessarily with the whole tabletop.
Right. Yeah. But we'll probably be at some other PAX events. We were at PAX East and West this year, which was great. Both of them were awesome.
Yeah, I actually tried to get Mitch to stop over there, but Mitch was waiting in a few other lines to try to get some footage for the...
okay.
Mitch made the trip out there because he's from Reno, so Seattle's not... He still had to fly there, but...
West was great. Seattle's awesome. I've never been there before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's on my bucket list, one of my bucket list travels.
Oh my god. It was so... our one lead developer, Adam Nash, hi Nash if you're watching, he loved it. He's ready to move there. We were there for 2 days, and after an hour, he was just this is the best. I'm ready to just be here. This is great. PAX East is awesome too. I just can't figure out why anybody wants to be in Boston in March. No offense to anybody from PAX. I loved it. We had a great time, but oh my god, the cold and the snow.
It's frigid, and from what I understand, trying to travel in Boston is a challenge.
It was. We were lucky that we were able to stay near the center, the place where it was. It was just, But it was great though. I guess it's something. It's fun. People need stuff like that when the hibernation season. It breaks it up a little bit, I guess.
Yeah. Well, so hopefully at E3 I'm sure you guys will be showing this off.
We've done E3 a couple of years, yeah. Hopefully when we're done, we have an announcement and everything, release date, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we hope to see a lot more of this soon. Obviously we'll do a lot of playthroughs on the channel. I'm looking at the microphone like that's the camera. Camera's down there. That's the outtake. And we'll be playing it on the channel. I'll probably be streaming this quite a bit once this comes out. Awesome. And I'm sure that I'm hoping it gets a nice community for it.
I hope so.
To be streamed.
We feel like it lends itself to that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We're hoping that. Actually, one more thing I can show you while we're still.
Sure.
While the controller is still working, we are already implementing. It's totally dummy right now. It actually does work, but if you go, it's not even selectable on. Hold on, here we go. So like there's, you know, the Appraiser, Stanley, Sydney, and then there is this one other thing over here, which is not selecting. Never mind. You can cut this. It's supposed to be, it was totally working before.
Well, no, the controller glitched.
There we go.
There we go.
We are already doing the work that needs to be done for online ranking.
To really make the community.
Yeah. This will, if you're doing it on a test PlayStation, it actually works right now. Like Sony has like servers up for us already. So we already
nice.
have a couple of trophies. If you're playing this on a PlayStation and it's connected to the network and everything, you can unlock trophies and everything, which is really exciting. That was a new thing that we just got done a couple weeks ago, or like the past week. So yeah, we're setting it up for that kind of online community, people playing and trying to get better than each other. We're hoping, right now it's like obnoxious watching like me or Rich, our lead developer, because like we made the chunks, we know. It's like reading the Matrix for us, you know? We just recognize things and it's like, oh yeah, no problem. But we hope to someday watch people who are better than us. Like that's my dream. I can't wait for that.
So, all right, I appreciate you bringing this up here with you.
No problem.
I appreciate the time with it, and watch for Earth Night. Hey, Hungry Ones, hope you enjoyed that special look at Earth Night. I want to thank everybody from Cleaversoft, especially Chipocrite, for bringing that up to our Retro Game Con with him, letting me get my hands on it. Cannot wait for the game. Should be due out middle of next year. If you're at PlayStation Experience next weekend, make sure you go check them out. Say hello to them. Congratulate them on what they're doing. It's a great project. Can't wait to see more of it. Until then, if you guys like what you see, leave us a comment down below. Let us know how we're doing. Like, share, and subscribe to the videos as always. And make sure you click that notification so you don't miss a single video. Follow us on social media at Munchers and on Twitch at _Munchers. Until then, I'm Johnny, and the arcade is closed.